Welcome to the Astro Tarot channel for August 2013. My name is Tiffany Crosara and I do these little reports every month just to give you a taster of the energies that might be around for the forthcoming month. Not in a sense of prediction as such, but more in a sense of if we can see or feel or tune in more. So it's a sense of helping you to get more intuitive, and this can also help by looking back every week at the video. So in hindsight's a great thing basically, and you may not have as much realization watching this at the beginning of the month as you may the end of the month. So it can be full of many things, this video. Ways of helping you to listen to the more quieter, subtle energies, helping you to feel like if you feel the same as what is coming up here or not. And if you're not, then, it's always better to go with what you are feeling anyway. So, there's a lot going on this August. There's a lot going on for me every August because I'm a Leo, so it's a great month for me. It's my birthday month, so it's like when you have your birthday, it's like your own personal New Year time, as well as it being my wedding anniversary, and usually when I go on holiday as well. So it's a great month. I love August. And I don't think I'm the only one that feels that way. So there's a lot going on astrologically this month. There's 2 grand trines, which make up a Star of David, and there's a grand cross. So there's a lot of an energy of like a double blessing and a curse. It's like a sense of having a positive sandwich in a way. So you've got the 2 great blessings, and because they're so big, these blessings, they kind of have to have this other side to them. Quite often our curses do become our blessings once we realise what it's all about and how to apply things and how to work with these things. So there's a lot of that energy going on this month. Plus also the tarot for this month is amazing. It's absolutely incredible. We don't really have much minor arcana. Now, I'll show you the tarot in a minute, but just to let you know what I mean when I say minor arcana means minor box of secrets. We have much more major arcana going on in this month's tarot reading, which is very much means major box of secrets. And what we were looking at in terms of astrology, the grand trines, the grand crosses, they're the majors. So really what we have going on this month is nothing minor in the slightest. So in that sense, it feels like it's going to be a real Leo month, very powerful, very dramatic, very creative. Ooh, yeah, very magical. So without further ado, we'll have a look at what the tarot says for this month. So we start off the month with the minor energy. So it feels like we're building up to that major energy I was talking about. So the month starts off with Lammas on the 1st, and we have this energy here of giving and receiving, like a harvest type of energy in itself. Lammas means loaf mass, and it's like a midsummer harvest. So what you have here is this energy of reaping that of what we have sown. And there may be things here to do with partnerships, deals being signed, contracts being got. That type of energy is all present here in the beginning week of August. Interestingly enough, we have the Miser card, which is the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Pentacles and the 4 of Pentacles. So there is things here about, the energy of give and take coming up very strongly, and making sure that we've got that balance right, that we're not selling ourselves too short, or that we're not giving away too much of ourselves. This feels like this is something to give thought to when looking at working in partnerships or other things this month, and particularly the first week. And then you have the Queen of Wands there, who is the Leo energy, really. So this seems to be talking about, you know, remembering your power. Again, this sense of the power of your will and your creations, what you're creating. It seems to have a lot of strength around it, whatever it is that you're creating. So do remember that, and don't sell yourself short, because that feels very important. Okay, so as I said, it's starting off quite gently, quite easily, quite nicely. And then we get to the second week of August, when we have Leo new moon, so it really bang kicks off. We also have Mercury going into Leo, so we have our thoughts being fired up, dramatic thoughts, dramatic outbursts, dramatic communication, drama. It may not start quite that way, but the energy is building up that way. It gets more dramatic as the month goes on, it feels like, especially with Mars going into Leo on the 28th. But we do have this new moon in Leo in the second week. And it does seem to be saying that, you know, there is something that we are hung up on that we haven't been getting. And I feel this is to do with money, career, deals, all of those types of energies. And it's all here. And it's like, what is it that we're not getting? So the energy in the first week, although good, it looks like there was something we weren't particularly getting that well. So there's something that was eluding us somehow, that we were maybe attached to, that we needed to let go of, something holding us back some way. And in the second week of August, with the new moon energy, we really seem to start getting the awareness. You see there? There's the awareness card there. So it shows that whatever we're being hung up on, we finally get to grips with that, or are able to let it go. We get an aha moment, really. And that aha moment allows everything to kind of come through. So something that wasn't working maybe in the first week to do with deals or contracts or career, it feels to me as if, you know, this is something that comes through. There's a sense in the second week of, aha, yeah, no, I know what to do now. And this looks brilliant. This looks fantastic. It looks really well manifested, and also it could be to do with moving home or things like that. So if you have that on the cards, it's looking really well turned out. But yeah, there is something that needs to be worked through, needs to be let go of in some way. So it's a good time to meditate over the new moon, and also listen to your dreams, because it may well be in your dreams that you get that little message about what you need to do to bring it through completely. Okay, so then we'll move on to the third week. Now this is where it starts to get really interesting. I mean, it was building up in the second week because we had two major arcanas. We had the Hanged Man with Awareness, which were two major arcanas. So you're seeing that already, you know, it's starting to build up. Now in the third week, we have three major arcanas. We have Strength, which is Leo itself, with Aloneness, which is the Hermit, and Faith, which is the High Priest. Wow, okay. So these awarenesses that we have, I guess, they can be challenging in themselves sometimes. You know, that ignorance is bliss situation. So sometimes we like to stick our heads in the sands so that we don't have to let go, or we don't have to admit, or we don't have to face something that we really do know that we need to face, which is ridiculous when you think about it, isn't it? Because, you know, we're just slowing ourselves down by not doing it. But, you know, it really feels like what's been building up throughout August is the courage to face whatever we need to do in order to get what we need. And this feels very, very strong in the 3rd week of August. There's a real feeling of having to face your own inner lions and having the courage to go where angels fear to tread, to go on your own journey that started very much last week. This journey of reflection and getting awareness is deepening, it feels like. So it's a perfect time for retreat, if you can go on retreat. For me, I am actually going on retreat that week. So, we have the hermit there who belongs in the mountains as well. So you have all of this kind of meditative energy coming through in the 2nd and the 3rd week. And also you've got this faith card, which brings up this pilgrimage type of energy going on as well there. So it's like having the strength to really go deep with yourself and really, face whatever it is that you need to face in order to do things properly. So this is very, very strong. As I said, it's 3 major arcana cards. So it's a feeling of all of us being hit with the need to have courage, the need to, courage is the main word I want to use. So just be courageous, and real courage means, not going out there doing stupid things. There's a very thin line between bravery and stupidity, but this is more courage for your inner self, to find the strength of whatever you need in order to, kind of trust and have faith that your path will be created. It's very much about giving time to you to listen to what it is in your own life, not what next door neighbour wants, or what your partner wants, or what the dog wants, or what the cat needs, or what on and on and on. It's about finding the time, even if you are in a really busy place, just shutting the door for 5 minutes. It's about a commitment to yourself and your own spiritual path and your own evolution to be able to actually not be dominated by fear. It's like a commitment to doing one thing every day that scares you, just a little bit, just to keep moving out that comfort zone gently, but strengthening yourself each day. Because if we give in to fear each day, before you know it, we are being ruled by it. So it's about turning that energy around in the collective consciousness very strongly that week. I hope that helps. Okay, so now we will move on to the 4th week. So in the 4th week of August, we have an Aquarius full moon. And that's going to be very enlightening, as well as, Mars going into Leo, which is a very dramatic, fiery combination. And this is really reflected in the cards, because what we have is the Fool, and the Fool is ruled by Aquarius. So it shows this very flamboyant type of energy here of, everything that's been building up throughout August, about our creations, our lives, our spiritual path, how we hold ourselves back, our fears, our commitment to go a bit deeper, our commitment to not be ruled by fear, but to find the courage to face whatever it is we need to face in order to create what we need to create. It feels like now is the full moon. To me, feels as if it brings in this feeling of like, right, okay, it's all in preparation until this moment, which I think is the 21st. And now it's time to let it loose. Yeah, now it's time to put it all into practice. Take the theory down a notch. Time to kind of really go there with it now. And you have that also here with the thunderbolt energy here, which is the Tower. Bang! There goes your drama. Yeah, we've got the Uranus energy with Aquarius, which is this energy of chaos, unpredictability, and amazing magical kind of happenings. And then you have the Tower, which is also kind of Uranian, bang, fast, wake up time type of energy. So if you thought that your awarenesses in the second week of August were strong, wait until the fourth week of August, because there's going to be nothing compared to that, I tell you. You know, I mean, the Tower to me is ruled by Mars and Uranus, so we have that combination of the opposites of Leo and Aquarius, and that real clashing, fired up, let's do this kind of, let's unleash creativity out there into the world, out there to humanity, let's change the world, let's go for it. Yeah, it's really fired up and it's really passionate and it's really like ready to rock and roll. So this feels amazing. And the last card as well, like I said, you know, no doing things by halves. We've got this another major arcana here, and it's the Devil. And the Devil is all about fear, illusion, security, all of those things. It's quite interesting because this one, the Devil, Thunderbolt, in terms of the tarot, it normally goes in terms of the numerical order. It goes usually the Devil, the Tower, the Star. And what's interesting is you've got the Devil, the Tower, and the Fool, but the Fool is the same astrological association as the Star. So really, we've got this very natural, organic process going on, except they've chosen to do it with the Fool rather than the Star. This to me would say that it's very much emphasizing the new beginnings, really. So let me tell you a bit about this part of the tarot, because I actually find it one of the most fascinating. So the Devil is about how we keep ourselves small. Say, for instance, somebody is moaning about their work and their relationship, but they don't do anything to change it because they're too scared to do anything. But the universe hears all of that moaning over time and realizes that they're not going to do anything. So it's like the universe kind of does something to jolt them out of the situation, and that is the Thunderbolt. So what the Thunderbolt does is it blows up all security, which is the Devil. So it may be that person goes into work one day and gets the sack, and then comes home and finds their partner in the sack with someone else. And now it can go two ways, you see. Usually what happens is the person freaks out and runs into the next job and the next relationship and starts the pattern all over again. And, you know, it's not a happy pattern because it's all born from fear. Or they could go the other way and go, wow, I'm free of that job and that relationship, and it's now time for me to look at what I really want that's really going to make me happy in terms of my work life and my love life. But that's far more challenging because it doesn't provide any security, and all the responsibility is on the person's shoulders. So it's not the easy path. However, it is the path of liberation, and that's what you kind of have here with the Fool. It's like time for liberation. So, you know, this is quite dramatic. We may well see lots of revolutions going on in the last week of August, and a feeling of unrest or unease rising up through the month. A feeling of people waking up, no longer sleepwalking through life, and whatever might have been comfortable or easy a few days ago may well get to a place where it just isn't anymore. It's like something's changed, and that's that. And it feels like we're entering a whole different life, basically, by the end of August. Whew. Okay, so on that note, shall we have a look at the general? So the general for August, again, is very big and very much about revolution and freedom and liberation and all of those energies. So what we have here is the World, which again is marking a big change point, saying that we have basically worked through a whole level of karma, and it's you know, time for that to be worked through in some way. So, you know, it's usually a very, very strong kind of card for patting people on the back for saying, yeah, we're on track. And for, yeah, it's yeah, a great card really for soul evolution. So it feels as if we're all pretty much on track, which is really lovely to see. And then we have the Emperor, but in this one, the Emperor is being very rebellious. So it really feels as if, like I was saying before, that, you know, there may well be breakouts around the world of some type of rebellion or revolution. And, you know, this feels like it's mirrored on the micro as well. So there's this kind of breaking out of patterns and, you know, kind of going for what we want and not allowing ourselves to be repressed by anyone or anything anymore, which is lovely. Yeah, great. And we have, just to finish it off, the Knight of Swords, which basically stands for having the courage of your convictions. And, you know, it doesn't feel like there's any room this month to be meek or worry about making mistakes or be in a place of fear. It feels like we're being asked to go out there and, you know, really just honour what is coming through ourselves. And if it's a mistake, great, because you're actually moving on a lot more, you know, than whether you were just sitting there thinking, is this a mistake? I don't know whether I should be doing this, etc., etc. So it feels to me as if, you know, the message is that none of us are perfect, but that there is a real powerful shift at the moment. And it's about kind of the courage. I don't know really how more I can say this. Just have courage to be you and not to be repressed. Wow, I'm going to be very intrigued to see how this pans out for you guys. I'd love to know if you want to enter some comments as your month goes on below. That would be great, because I'm always really interested to hear how it is for you. And also, if you want a reading, you know, you can book online at my website, which I'll put the link below, if you just feel like you need a bit more of a personal, one-to-one, more detailed type of reading. Anyway, I hope that helps, and have an amazing August. I'm sure you will, and I will see you in September.